Hello, I'm the Unknown Shadow. Today in this video we're going to be talking about my favourite movies of the last decade. One film from 2010, one film from 2011, one film from 2012, so on and so forth till we reach 2019. And just want to say, I do have 9 of the 10 DVDs. I don't have one. There's the 2015 movie I do not own on DVD, but as soon as the shops reopen, I am definitely going to buy it. So, let's start things off with 2010, where we find ourselves with Scott Pilgrim versus the World. It's a pretty obvious choice, to be honest. It's such a great movie. It's fantastically funny. It's hilarious. It's got some great action in it. And the editing in the movie is very, very great. So then we move on from 2010. We skip forward 365 days, and we move on to 2011, where we find ourselves with Final Destination 5. To anyone that knows me, you knew this film was coming. It's great. It's definitely the best one of that franchise, and it's definitely got the best kills in the entire franchise, because everyone knows that the best death scene in the entire franchise is the gymnastics scene, which I have in my best death scenes video, which I'm not going to show you because it's pretty traumatizing. Moving on to 2012, the Olympics. Wow, the first time the Olympics showed up, and we find ourselves with Chronicle, a movie that not a lot of people talk about. It's really good. It's really good. It's not often that you get movies that are camera recorded, that are found footage movies, and this one was one of my favorite versions of this being told. And yeah, I think it's a fantastic movie. Moving on to 2013, and we find ourselves with Edgar Wright's second movie on this list. It's the only actor on this. It's the only director on this on this list with 2 movies. The World's End. It's hilarious once again. Simon Pegg, Nick Frost, they're absolutely comedic duos. That's the best comedic duo you can actually think of. It's fantastically funny, hilarious. Moving on to 2014, we've got another kind of spooky movie, but this takes the spooky to a completely different level. We have It Follows. If you've not watched this movie, which I know it's a pretty underrated movie, do go ahead and watch it. I don't want to talk about this movie because it's a movie that is best that you go in blind to this movie if you haven't already watched it. So that's 2014. 2015, like I said, I do not have the movie for this on DVD, but the movie is Hardcore Henry, the first-person shooter movie. It's fantastically bloody, and it's bloody fantastic. It's just great. It's honestly, you don't get movies like that ever. So the fact that this movie did come out and it was just enjoyable, and the entire 90 minutes of it was just enjoyable as hell. It's definitely one of my favorites. 2016, we moved from action and very, very bloody action to a more light-hearted comedy. When I say light-hearted, it's very depressing, but it's a funny depressing, and and Taika Waititi is the king of depressing comedy with The Hunt for the Wilder People. Yeah, no, that movie's very funny. I remember we watched it in media studies in academy, and just, oh my god, this movie had me laughing like mad. Yeah, no, Julian Dennison is hilarious in this movie, and when I first saw this movie, I got mad excited for when he got announced to be in Deadpool 2. So hell yeah, Deadpool 2 is going to be great. Now we move from 2016 to 2017, where we find another bloody movie, and it's a it's a definite weird movie. It's definitely a movie that you don't hear a lot of people talking about. It is the Belko Experiment. I first found out about this movie because of Dead Meat's YouTube channel, and this movie is brilliant. I loved the movie. It is fantastic. It's purely fantastic. 2018, this movie, I was hoping it was going to be something else, but I'm glad with the movie that came out. Anyway, Overlord. I was really hoping this was a Cloverfield movie because this was originally going to be a Cloverfield movie, and all that they really did was they got rid of any mention of the word Overlord or Cloverfield. They got rid of any mention of the Cloverfield franchise, but honestly, in my head, it's like headcanon as a Cloverfield movie. If they ever decide to like make a second one, or if they make another Cloverfield movie and they just mention that, I'll be great. And 2019, we're at the final year of this decade. 2019, the best movie of 2019. Now, the people that know me will probably start thinking, oh, he's gonna pick Avengers Endgame, or oh, he's gonna pick Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. No, I'm picking a much more tamer movie, but I haven't vibed with a movie since just like the opening shot of this movie just got me in the best vibe that I could actually ever imagine when watching this movie. So yes, and I know a lot of Star Wars fans are not going to like the director of this movie, because no one does in the Star Wars fandom, but I like it. I like this movie. Knives Out by Rian Johnson. Yes, Rian Johnson, the guy that did The Last Jedi, which is, in my opinion, the best out of the franchise. So I know that there's definitely some shade getting thrown at me at some point because of that comment. But yeah, no, Knives Out. Brilliant cast. Oh my god, it's decent, and I like seeing Chris Evans swear. Honestly, it's just after the whole 10 years stint as Captain America, and he's like, language, I'll keep your language, and then legit in this movie, one of the first things that he says is, eat shit. So I think that's fantastic. So yeah, that's my list of my favourite movies of the last decade. If you want to see me do another version of this with the 2000s, from 2000 to 2009, go ahead, hit the like button. Comment what you think your favourite movies of this decade are. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked this video, hit the like button. If you didn't enjoy the video but you still like me, then subscribe to the channel. And if you hate absolutely everything about me and you wish that I died in a flaming ball of death and despair, do not watch the next video that I post. I'm very hyper at the moment. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.